This is the European stag beetle, the largest beetle species in Europe. Males can reach lengths of more than 8 centimeters, including their enormous mandibles. This majestic insect can be found across Europe, from the sunny Mediterranean up to southern Scandinavia. These insects depend entirely on old-growth, broad-leaved forests, especially oak and beech. The key to their survival is decaying wood. Rotting stumps and fallen logs provide the essential food and shelter their larvae need to develop. Looking at the stag beetle up close, it's easy to understand why this species has captured people's attention for centuries. In 1505, Albrecht Dürer revolutionized European culture. Before him, insects appeared only as tiny decorations or religious symbols. Dürer did the unthinkable. He made a humble stag beetle the central, heroic subject of a painting for the very first time in Western history. By capturing its glossy armor and powerful mandibles with scientific precision, he laid the foundational brick for modern wildlife illustration. Despite their size, stag beetles are excellent climbers. Their hooked claws are specially adapted for gripping rough bark, helping them navigate tree trunks in search of sap and mates. Those enormous mandibles may look intimidating, but they are surprisingly poor weapons. Rather than being used for feeding or hunting, they serve mainly in contests between rival males. When two males compete for a female, they attempt to lift each other off the ground and throw their opponent aside. The larger male usually wins. I've been pinched by a stag beetle's mandibles a couple of times while handling. While they aren't capable of breaking the skin, they are much stronger than they look. You can feel a surprising amount of force behind them. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to capture that behavior on camera. The beetle refused to cooperate. The feeding habits of the stag beetle are part of a broader evolutionary pattern found throughout the insect world. In many species, the adult stage is devoted almost entirely to reproduction. As a result, structures associated with feeding may become reduced or even disappear altogether. The stag beetle represents a less extreme version of the same strategy. Adult Lucanus cervus still feeds, but only on easily accessible liquid foods such as tree sap and fruit juices. Its mouthparts are highly specialized for collecting liquids, while the ability to process solid food has largely been lost. Rather than chewing, the beetle relies on thousands of microscopic hairs covering the galliae and ligula. These hairs trap liquid through capillary action, much like a sponge absorbing water. At high magnification, the feeding apparatus resembles a pair of tiny brushes. As the beetle moves them across the fruit's surface, sugary liquid is drawn between the hairs and transported toward the mouth. The mechanism is surprisingly simple and effective. The liquid doesn't need to be sucked out of the fruit. Instead, it is pulled between the dense bristles by capillary forces and then consumed by the beetle.